Hello friends, welcome to my new data structures and algorithm in Java tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will discuss the famous two-sum problem in Java. So here the problem is something like we are given an array of integers and we need to return the indices of the two numbers such that they add up to a specific target. So if we take an example, then let's say we have this array of integers 2, 11, 5, 10, 7, 8 and let's say we are given a target as 9. So we need to return the indices of two numbers such that they add up to this target. So here the problem states that we need to find two such numbers into this complete array which will add up to the target. So if we take the above example, then the solution would be the element at 0th position is 2 and the element at 4th position, which is 7. So they add up to the target. So we need to return the indices of it. So we need to return 0 and 4. So 0 is the index position for the number 2 and 4 is the index position for the number 7. So let's move ahead and see the demo of the algorithm. So friends, let's say we are given the array of integers and we are denoting it with the variable name as numbers. So here the array elements are 2, 11, 5, 10, 7, 8, which we saw in the previous slide, and below are the index position of it. And if you see, the below is the algorithm for finding two such numbers which add to make a specific target. Now let's say we are given a target as 9 and we want to find two such numbers which add to make the number as 9. So we know that 2 and 7 make up to 9. So in order to find those two numbers, below is the algorithm for it. So let's quickly see the demo of it. So as we need to return the indices of it, we will store it in the integer array of having two elements. So we need to return the indices of two such numbers. So we'll store it into the result array. So it would be something like this. So first we'll create a hash map. We'll see what the significance of this hash map is. So here we are encountering a for loop which traverses the complete array. So in the first iteration, I value is 0 and numbers.length is 6 because we have the 6 integers as 2, 11, 5, 10, 7, 8. So we'll traverse this array from 0th index to 5th index. And currently for the first iteration, I points to 0. So I would be pointing to the 0th index of the numbers array. So friends, the basic idea behind this algorithm is like we will traverse each element one by one and we'll store the element into hash map with its index value. So that on traversing this complete array, we'll take a particular number, we'll subtract it from this target and we'll find that whether this contains in the map or not. So instead of adding these two numbers and making it to a target, we'll just subtract that particular number from the target and we'll look up into this hash map and we'll see whether that particular number is there or not. So let's see how it works. So here if you see, we have this target as 9 and we have this number at ith position, which is number at ith position is 2. So what we'll do, we'll just check whether our map contains 9 minus 2, which is 7, into this hash map or not. So currently the map.contains key will comes out to be false because the hash map is empty, and if you do a reverse of it, then this condition in if statement comes out to be true. Therefore what we'll do, we'll just put the number at ith position along with its index. So moving ahead, now I becomes 1 and if you see, the I points to the index at first position and also 1 is less than 6. Therefore this for loop will be executed. So now we'll again check whether target, which is 9, and we'll subtract the number at ith position. So if we subtract 11 from 9, we'll get minus 2 and we'll check whether -2 is a key in this hash map or not. So currently -2 is not a key into this hash map, therefore this condition map.contains key comes out to be false, and if you make a reverse of it, then the if condition comes out to be true. Therefore the if statement will be executed, and we'll simply put the number at ith position along with its index value. So we'll put 11 and 1. So 11 is the number at ith position and value is the index position, which is 1. So basically friends, we are putting these numbers so that we can have a quick lookup into this hash map, and we can come to know that whether there is a number whose addition with this current number will make the target as 9. So moving ahead, so now I becomes 2 and it will point to the second index of the array. So we'll again check whether target, which is 9 minus number at ith position. So number at ith position is 5. So we'll check whether 9 minus 5, which is 4, is present in this hash map or not. So number 4 is not present in the hash map. Therefore this condition map.contains key comes out to be false, and if we do the reverse of it, it comes out to be true. So the if condition comes out to be true, and we'll simply put the number at the ith position along with the index value in the hash map. So we'll store 5 with 2. So 5 is the number at the ith position, which is 2, and 2 is the index value. Moving ahead, now I becomes 3. So I will point at the third index, and we'll again check whether map contains target minus number at ith position. So target is 9 and number at ith position is 10. So we'll check whether 9 minus 10, which is minus 1, is there in the hash map or not. So currently it's not there. So map.contains key comes out to be false, and if we do the reverse of it, it comes out to be true. So if block gets executed, and we'll simply put the number at ith position and the index value in the hash map. So we are storing 10 along with its index value. Moving ahead, so now I becomes 4, and here it points to the fourth index. Now friends, we'll again check whether map.contains key target minus number at ith position. So target is 9 and number at ith position is 7. So we'll just check whether 9 minus 7, which is 2, present in the hash map or not. So if you see, when we do 9 minus 7, it comes out to be 2, and 2 is present in the hash map. So it means that the first number is 7 and the other number is 2. So when we do 2 plus 7, we'll get 9. So it's like a fast lookup into the hash map. So currently 9 minus 7, which is 2, is present in the hash map. Therefore the map.contains key comes out to be true, and if we do a reverse of it, it comes out to be false. So it means we have found our two numbers which will add up to make a specific target. And now as we want to return the indices of those two values, so first indices would be the current value of I, because 7 is one of the number. So we'll store the index value and the result array at the first position. Moving ahead, and we need to store the index of the number 2. So what we'll do, we'll just do a map.get target minus number at ith position. So we are simply doing 9 minus number at ith position, which is 7. So 9 minus 7, which comes out to be 2, and we are passing the key as 2, and we are getting the value out of it from the hash map. So it comes out to be 0, and we are storing it into the result array. So these are the two indices which we found, which is 0 and 4, and finally we'll just return the result. So friends, this was the one of the way by which we can find the two numbers whose sum makes up to a specific target value. And suppose if you don't find any number, then we can simply either return a result array having the indices at 0 0, or we can throw an exception like illegal argument exception. So friends, this was the demo of the algorithm. Now let's go to Eclipse and see the working code. So friends, let's code the algorithm what we saw in the slide. So here I have just created one class by name toSum, and it has one method, the main method. So let's say I give the method name as public static toSum. So the return type is the integer array because it will return back as the indices of the two numbers, and the method takes in an integer array which is the numbers array, and it also takes an integer by name target. So in this method, first we'll create a result array. So this result array will store the indices of the two numbers, and then we'll create a hash map which will store the integers as key value pair. So map, so we can simply give the name as map new hash map. We'll just import it. Now we'll create the for loop. So we'll iterate the complete array from 0 to numbers.length. So this will basically iterate each and every element in the numbers array. So in the for loop, our first condition would be if map dot contains key, and here we'll provide target minus numbers at ith position. So we'll just check whether the map contains the target minus number at ith position key, and if it doesn't contain, then we'll simply put map dot put the numbers at ith position with its index value, and in the else, now the else part will come when we have found the two numbers. So we'll just populate the result array. Say at 1 we'll put the index, and at 0th position we'll put map dot get target minus numbers at ith position, and finally we'll just return the result. And if suppose we haven't found the two numbers, then we can either throw an exception. We can throw an exception, say illegal argument exception. The string is two numbers not found. So friend, this is the code for finding the two numbers which add up to make a specific target. Now let's see it's working in this main method. So here first we'll create the numbers array. So I will populate the values I had given in the slide: 2, 11, 5, 10, 7 and 8. Now as and result array will be returned, therefore created an integer array variable by name result, and I will just call toSum method by providing the numbers array, and let's say we give target as 9, and let's say we print both the indices. So the two indices are result 0 plus result at one position. So friends, let's run this Java code. So friends, you see the two indices are 0 and 4. So at 0 we'll find a number having the value as 2, and at index 4 we have found 7. So if we add 2 and 7, we get the value as 9. So friend, this was a tutorial about toSum problem. I hope you like this video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thanks, have a nice day.